There's never been a good excuse for anti-immigration sentiment, and all of these excuses and explanations that are out there, they've all been debunked in some way or other. So why do they keep going on? The point of immigration discourse is to make you dumber. The point, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, is to keep you in this manufactured logic system. This isn't to say that people falling for this faux logic aren't the issue. I mean, they are the private army of the world's greediest bastards. There's no reason for treating them at the same level of disdain as the truly evil bastards. Forgive them for they do not know their sins kind of shit. It's like hitting a puppy for eating its own poop. You don't gain anything, and the dog doesn't learn anything, so why do it? Anyway, this is all a long intro for me to say we need to start having real conversations with our meemaws and pawpaws and our uncles and aunts about some of this dumb shit dressed up as logic. So let's start with an easy one. Now I'm going to say this one real slow because it's a doozy. If they weren't here, they wouldn't be able to commit crimes. This is something you see anytime a person of an immigration status of any kind is involved in a crime. And it's such a doofus brain logic, but it sounds smart because it's universally true. But it's only true because it's such a generic statement that no matter what situation, it's applicable. This is what we call bad logic. Good logic requires the specificity that its premise and conclusion is applicable only to the guardrails of the scenario in which it is introduced. You can't say a blanket statement and hope that it's true because it works for everything else. Crime is not preventable just because you try to prevent the people who would have committed the crime from being in that place. That's future crime fucking sci-fi bullshit. I mean, how many crappy time travel sci-fi movies do we have to watch to figure this out? I mean, the last one that actually figured it out was released in fucking like 2001, Minority Report. Go watch Minority Report and then come back and say that shit to me. To say that, oh, that crime only happened because we let this person into the country is specifically saying, I know this person is going to commit a crime because of the nature of who he or she is. So I'm going to prevent everyone who looks like them from entering the country. That way crime goes down. While I'm at it, I'm going to prevent teenagers from being allowed to leave the house, so petty theft and vandalism should go down. And predominantly white frats are going to be banned, so college sexual assault should probably disappear. We're going to get rid of guns, so that should take care of school shootings, and we're going to forbid anyone from going out after dark, so that should get rid of gang activity. And look at that, we've solved all of crime. Look, this logic is at best xenophobic, and at worst, straight up classic American racism. And it simply just doesn't make sense no matter how you try and swing it. If you want to prevent crime, you alter the environmental conditions that allowed it to take place. The environmental conditions are typically not the immigration status, because the crime they commit are ones that stem from poverty, disenfranchisement, or maybe even misrepresentation of a skill level based off of whatever crappy company that they work at. The people involved are variables, meaning as long as the conditions are there, it's a complete crapshoot as to who will commit those crimes. And in our case, immigrants are significantly less likely to fall into those conditions than actual citizens based off of actual statistics. So no, blocking people from coming into the country does not decrease the chances of crimes occurring, and never will, because the conditions are already there for people to commit crime. And you can prove this by looking at statistics. There has been no significant change in the rate of decrease in drops of crime statistics, meaning crime is still going down at the same pace it has been since the 90s. So if you're looking for a real crime solution, you won't find it in immigration, because the real criminal prevention is the friends you made along the way.